back to the Generational Health Podcast. I'm your co-host, Dr. Payson.
And I'm Dr. Matt.
And today we're going to be talking about teen tune-up, why chiropractic is important for your teens and adolescents.
We recognize that a lot of chiropractors focus on the young babies and the moms and the adults in their older age, but sometimes these adolescents get forgotten, and we want to let you know that we have a plan for them and that we recognize how important it is that we take care of them as well.
Yeah, this is a time where their body is changing so rapidly, similar to an infant where there's so many changes happening. Their spines are growing, their muscles are changing, their neural connections are forming at a rapid pace, and their hormones are in massive flux. And so this is a crucial time in their life to be getting checked and making sure that their nervous system is operating at its best level. Teens are also under a lot of pressure, whether that's with high school sports or their classes or getting ready for college, even the stress of their peers. This is a time that they need that extra support emotionally, physically, mentally, and we're here to fill in that gap.
Absolutely. I know I did a lot of sports in high school, and I took a lot of hits, a lot of hard falls, be that in football, basketball, snowboarding, and even rollerblading, that if I wasn't being taken care of at that time, those subluxations would have stayed with me until today, right? So it's important that we start and we maintain our care throughout their lifespan. That's where our name came from, generational health, right? We want to prevent and we want to be proactive about our health care. And we recognize that in our practice, we've seen young teens with degeneration and spines that look like they're almost 40 years old. Isn't that crazy? That's the first time in history this has ever happened, where we have screens that are putting them in such a stagnant position, and it's important that we start taking care of them now.
Typically in our office, we see teens come in with things like headaches, sports injuries, stress, postural issues, and these are all things that definitely we do take care of. There are also deeper levels to this, making sure that the nervous system is well taken care of and that everything is communicating the best that it can be.
Absolutely. Teens are constantly bombarded with stressors that we and our parents and our families and the generations prior to us never were exposed to. And that creates a disconnect, right? Because the things that our kids are going through, the parents have never had to experience. And so it's stresses for the kids that the parents can't relate to. They can't empathize. And we want to kind of be a guide and bring the connection back for that family too. That's why we want to see the whole family throughout their lifetime. So that we can help them regulate their emotions and hopefully regulate this overstimulated nervous system. We recognize that chiropractic is not a direct treatment for mental health, okay? Don't misunderstand us. We are not therapists. We are here to adjust the spine and regulate the connection from brain to body. And that connection is vitally important. And if you've been to our office, you already know that. But what we can do is help regulate hormones, right? If we can connect brain to body, the hormonal regulation system will be more balanced, and therefore they may be able to handle those stressors more efficiently.
Mm-hmm. A lot of our teens are athletes who are performing at really, really high levels in their sports, and it's such an honor to get to take care of them. And it's one of my favorite parts of practice is getting to have lacrosse practice, going down the hallway, and you just get to watch and you're testing everything out, and it's such a blast. But with these athletes, a lot of what we're working on is taking care of their physical body so that we're able to make sure that their recovery time is better and that they sleep well when they're not in practice, and that we're preventing those injuries from happening in the first place. Mobility is huge in these sports, and that's something that we're able to bring to the table, that a lot of our patients are able to see these massive gains in practice.
Yeah, we recognize how competitive that these team sports have gotten. And this competitive edge is everything. For everyone that wants to go to college and play a sport and wants to do something really high level, getting adjusted's huge. Getting adjusted's huge. It's gonna help your recovery time. It's gonna help your reaction time. We have research to support those things, right? This is a big deal. And not waiting until they have the issues in the first place is exactly what we're here for.
Absolutely.
Right? Getting here now, starting today, because we all know that procrastination is the thief of health. Right?
Absolutely. I know one of the common questions we get is chiropractic safe? It is absolutely safe. If you're going to a chiropractor who is well trained, especially if they're trained in pediatric care or adolescent care, this is something that they're going to see such massive gains. We use gentle and effective techniques, whether that's instrument assisted or table assisted we're able to make sure that these teens are getting the care that they need without putting their body under additional stress. That's our objective here. Another question we get a lot is, how often do I need to come in? For a teenager, we see a range. It's going to depend. If you are in the middle of your season as an athlete and you are having practice day in and day out, you may want to come in more often to make sure that your body is staying at the highest level that it can while you're in the middle of your sports season. We also have teens who come in for regular checkups, and that may be just once a month. And this is just to keep them right where they need to be, able to respond and adapt to the environment around them.
Absolutely. Yeah. And like new patients are a little bit different, of course. We're going to have heavy front end, and then we're going to back off as we go. What we're talking about is our patients that have been coming consistently. Their nervous system is already pretty regulated, but then they're taking new hits in their sports. We want to just keep them at that peak level, like she was saying. That's really key for them. We all know how effective chiropractic can be for our back pain and our headaches for us as adults, but it's been a really cool thing to see what chiropractic could do for our teens and adolescents in our practice. And the reason that we love it so much is because it is a proactive, holistic form of healthcare where we can support you throughout your whole life. And that's really important to us.
Yeah. One of the big things that we want you to walk away with is to remember that chiropractic is more than just neck pain, back pain, structural care. This is helping to promote the best nervous system communication throughout your body that you can have. And that's vitally important in the teenage, adolescent years and throughout your entire life. And with that, it's important to get checked even if you're not in pain, even if you're not in the middle of a stressful sports season or in the middle of exams or having a lot going on in life. It's good to get checked at every phase and every stage of your life.
Thank you so much for coming today and learning with us and teaching with us. I'm Dr. Matt.
I'm Dr. Payson.
And this has been the Generational Health Podcast.
See you next time.